Hey there, welcome. I'm Amrita from Artria Jewelry, and today we are going to learn how to make a Tree of Life pendant. So here we are, we're going to make a rainbow Tree of Life, and I have the rainbow colors in these 4 mm crystal roundels. I'm just going to pour some out. And I like using these triangle trays because then it's easier for me to put the beads back into their Ziploc bags or containers. So I will have these linked down below. You get a lot of them in a set, and it's really nice to have that space to arrange your beads and separate them by color. So these are close to that violet, indigo blue colors. They don't have to be exactly that. It's the spirit of it. So that's what I got. For the Tree of Life, you're going to need a frame. You could just buy a frame like this. I have a round circular silver tone frame, and then this is a brass frame in a teardrop shape. So you could do that, or you could make your own frames. And I have a video that I link up above in the cards that I show you how to make your own teardrop frame. So you can use that same technique to make a round frame or a teardrop frame. I typically make my own frames, but today I'm upcycling a couple of frames, so that's what I'm going to use. Tools you will need: a ruler, your bent nose or chain nose pliers, your looping pliers, flush cutters, and needle nose or tweezer nose pliers. You might not need this, but I always have this handy. It's a metal file just in case I need to file off any edges. For materials, in addition to the frame of your choice, you're going to need 24 gauge copper wire, and I have some strands pre-cut, so I'm going to be using those. And then you're going to need the beads of your choice. I have 4 mm crystal roundels. Most of them are in the matte finish. A couple of them are frosted and in those rainbow colors. To get the right measurement of the wire, irrespective of the size of the frame, you will need to measure about 4 times the length of the frame. So in this case, the frame is about 2 inches in length, and I'm going to measure that 4 times, 3 and 4. So approximately my wire is going to be a little over 8 inches. I'm going to cut myself 11 more pieces of this, so for a total of 12 8-inch length wires. So here I have a total of 12 of those wires. Now we're going to connect the wires to the frame. If you've not already watched the video on how I made this, I will link that up here in the cards and down below in the description. It's worth watching. You get the basic technique, but you will also see it here. We're going to fold the wire in half, and approximately at the midpoint, I'm going to slide it onto the frame, hold one end with my non-dominant hand and wrap the other end through, and then bring this back to the bottom. So once we are done getting all of them on, they will form the branches of the tree, the roots, the trunk, and the branches. So I'm just going to first batch process. I find that it's quicker that way. I'm going to fold all my wires in half and keep them ready, and then attach them all to the frame. Now I'm going to attach the rest of the wires right next to this one. Again, just go over one and pull that down. I like to connect all the wires to the bottom and keep them out of the way in my left hand. And then once I have them all connected, I will roll them up toward the frame. And these don't have to be exactly the same length. If you find that one is slightly shorter than the other, that's just fine. This gives you enough leeway to make the wraps. Now I have all of my wires attached. I'm just going to rotate them to flip them over. And then these are going to form the roots first. So what I'm going to do is take about 3 wires at a time and twist them 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. And then continue to do that down the length. So 3 at a time and then twist. One, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Now that we have the roots made, I'm going to hold all of the wires and give it a few twists. So maybe about 3 twists up midway through. And then I'm going to rotate them back a little bit to loosen that tight trunk and separate this into 3 branches. I'm doing this at random. I'm not sitting and counting where this is at. If you feel like your twists are too much, you can unwind it like I'm doing here a little bit. And then I'm going to twist these together, again 3 times. And again, the trees of life are very organic, so have fun with it. And then you can further make smaller branches if you choose. And split these up a little more. There we go. There we go. We got the branches made. Now I'm going to string on these rainbow beads. We have 24 of these and we have 7 colors. So approximately you'd have 3 branches with each of the colors, and then 3 of the colors would be repeated an extra time. So 3 to 4 branches for every color. I'm going to start on the left side. And I'm going to, get all of that set back. I'm going to string on a violet bead. And wrap that about 4 times. And then I'm starting with the other end and doing the red. And for now, I'm just going to string on the bead, wrap the wires to the frame, and then later we'll adjust the spacing of the beads, and I'll show you how I do that. My wires are pre-antiqued, so you can see I have a little color from it, but that will wash off with soap and water, so not a big deal. And then once I'm done making the tree, I will polish the wires to get that shine like I've done here. As you can see, to make sure the wire is tautly wrapped around the frame, I am swinging the wire back and forth and wrapping it 4 times. And then snipping it off, and then later we'll go back in and tuck the wire. And the last 3 beads, just the yellow left. Just stringing them all on, and then I will wrap them. So now I have all the beads attached. Look at how beautiful that looks. I'm going to first roll all the ends down so that they don't catch. So as you can see, I'm just holding the wire softly, squeezing softly and gently rolling inward. You don't have to put much force, and then just run your thumb or finger to make sure that it doesn't catch anything. I'm just going to do that with all the ends. Turn them all in. Here I have to do a few more on this side. There we go. That's done. And now we can choose to leave it like this and call it done, or we can space the beads out a little bit. And to do that, we just have to twist the wire under the bead, and that will hold that wherever you twist it. So here's an example. If I want that yellow bead right up against the top, I'm going to put my tweezers under it and twist the wire under that so it doesn't slide down beyond that bend. There we go. So that will help it anchor it up there. So for these orange beads, maybe I'm going to anchor this one that's on the far end at the very top. And have that one lower down below. So here, to anchor that at the top, I'm going to twist the wire to create a stopper for that bead, and it anchors it up there. It also gives the branches a more organic feel instead of just having them all straight down. And there, the pendant is done. Now all I have to do is put some string in there, and that's a great necklace, or you could create a bail and you're done with that. I'm going to just polish this and show you how that looks. And here, the pendant is done. Thank you for joining me today, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a beautiful day.